Okay, for number 4, it says a Ferris wheel at a carnival can carry 4 passengers in each car. On the first trip of the evening, the passengers were seated 4 in the first car, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. The same arrangement can then be continued around the Ferris wheel when the first trip was over. Give me 1 second, close the door. Sorry about that, got distracted. Anyway, we'll keep reading it over here. It says, when the first trip is over, 2/3 of passengers remained for the second trip, and 3 times as many got on. Wow, that's a really long thing. So I'm going to start thinking through the problem. I'm going to go to the whiteboard to do that. And let me just open a whiteboard up, and let me expand it out, pull this up. And I'm going to start thinking about it. And, certainly thinking about what happens over. And you can read as many times as you like, by the way. But as I think about it, I'm starting to realize there's a pattern of loading the cars, by the way, and it occurs in groups of 3s. So what I want to do is I want to be able to load the cars up. I'm going to say 3n is the number of cars, all right? So that means n of the cars, n cars, have 4 passengers, okay? N cars have, now remember the loading pattern, it's 4 and then it's 2 passengers, all right? And N cars, and again, because there's 3 N cars, by the way, they're loading them up, have, and they claim they have this pattern over here, 4 passengers, all right? So the question is, how many passengers are there in the car? Well, let's take a look at it. And I'm going to say, from the first loading, it's going to be 4N. From this loading, it's going to be 2N. And from this loading, it's going to be 1N. So it's going to be 7N passengers. Again, I hope you have the text in front of you. Keep reading this over and over again. All right. So I think I understood that part over there. Then what they said, what remains. I got to read it again myself, by the way. So let me see. Ferris wheel, carnival, 4 passengers in each car. That's what it can hold. On the first trip of the evening, the passengers were seated 4 in the first car, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. The same arrangement then continues around the Ferris wheel. All right. So when the first trip is over, 2/3 of the passenger remain. So I'm going to say 2/3 of the passengers, which is 7N, remain. And then they're going to load it up with some more passengers. Again, I got to read it. It says 2/3 remain. And it says over here, and 3 times as many got on as got off. All right, so 3 times as many got on as got off. Well, who got off? 1/3 of the passengers got off, so 7N times 1/3. All right? Now, I got to keep reading it. So over here it says, leaving half of only 1 car vacant. So that means all cars were occupied, except one of the cars was half vacant. So let me put this down. So there's 3N times 4, but half of the cars, so it means one of the cars, it was half empty, by the way. All of them were full. So that means there's 2 passengers missing. All right? Now I got an equation I could solve now. I'm going to go through that with you. And to do that, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. Now, I'm going to simplify first. Let me do this. 14N over 3 plus, this will be 7N. This will be 12N minus 2. But I still want to multiply by 3. You get 14N plus 21N, 36N minus 6. Let me just check, make sure I'm doing okay over here. Let's see, 14N over 3, that looks good. 7N, that looks good. 12N minus 2. Multiply by 3, get 14N. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 12 is 36. Minus 6 looks pretty good. So 14 and 21 is going to be 35N equals 36N minus 6. And I'm going to subtract 36N from both sides. I get minus N equals minus 6, or N equals 6. But I don't really know what the question is. I look at, how many passengers could the Ferris wheel carry? All right, let's go back and think about this. And that means the total number of passengers is actually, there's going to be 3N cars, and each car can hold 4 passengers. So what's that going to be? 3 times 6 times 4. Let's see what you get. You get 3 times 24, which can be 60 and 12, 72, so 72 passengers. All right, so that one's done. I would say that they're not easy questions, about it. A lot of tongue twisting reading over there, but the answer for that one would be 72 passengers. Thank you.